Hey everyone, we're back with another Hearthstone stream. We're back on our Europe account, so we're going to be doing some more free-to-play stuff. In case you weren't here for the original stream for that, I play on North America usually because that's where I live, but I've decided to start like a new trek in the European region. And because progression is tied to region on Blizzard games, that means that essentially my progression in this game has been set to 0. I've still got my other cards on the other region, but for now, for this region, you can see I'm rank 40, the lowest rank, and so we're gonna see how far we can get, with a blank collection in 2021 for Hearthstone. We're not gonna be spending any money. That's why it's the free-to-play one. So we're gonna see how far can you get in Hearthstone. What kind of rewards do they give? How viable is building a deck with just the cards that the game gives you and the cards that you earn statistically. Because we're probably not gonna end up having like any full decks, the kinds that you get from like Hearthstone Replay or Icy Veins, right? So we're gonna see how well we can do with just what Blizzard gives us. Okay, so we've still got our starter quests. Oh, there's the shop. We still got our starter quests. They haven't even put the icon for this one since the rework of the quests. So we're gonna play. We have to play 15 minions for 100 gold, which gives us that's a pack of cards. And then we need to play one game in solo adventures, practice, or battlegrounds. Solo adventures, practice, or battlegrounds. So we can either play battlegrounds or practice. Since I want this little adventure to be focusing on constructed Hearthstone, we're going to be doing probably practice. In Hearthstone, in case you aren't aware, there's essentially two broad modes. Constructed is where you build your deck and fight against other people who have built their decks. And then there are other modes like the arena or battlegrounds or duels, where instead of needing to have cards from your collection, essentially the game gives you cards to play with, so everyone's on the same playing field there. Now, obviously, the difference between a free account and a paid account for these modes isn't that big. There are a few perks that you can get, like in battlegrounds you can get this perk for $10 or 1,250 gold, which lets you pick from 4 heroes instead of 2 at the start of the game, which is that's the major thing. But again, we're going to be focusing mainly on constructed. So right now, let's take a look at our collection so far. We shouldn't have too much. So it's interesting that we have these cards, these golden cards. So we have a few cards for each class, but right now I believe we haven't unlocked any of the classes yet. Right. So to unlock classes in Hearthstone, you have to beat a deck helmed by that class, right? So in Hearthstone, every deck is tied to a class, right? So here's like a mage deck. So if I were to beat someone who's playing with a paladin deck, I would unlock the paladin class and I would get all of their basic cards. There are also neutral cards that can go in any deck. So right now, here's our mage deck. We haven't edited it at all. It's trying to prompt us to do that. Now, we probably don't have a whole lot of usable cards. We've got a few neutral cards. So I guess we could mess with this a little bit. And this is really going to be like the meat of this journey. We're going to be doing lots of deck building. When I play on my own, I'm not super good at deck building, so oftentimes, I just pick whatever. I like to shop around for decks online. Some people are really into deck building. That's just not really me. I like piloting decks. But we're definitely going to be doing a lot of deck building because our collection is so limited. When we open a pack, we're probably going to get new cards for our collection. So we'll have to think about what we want here, and we might end up disenchanting some cards, which means, let me find a better example. So like this guy, we can, we have this card right now. We have one copy of it, and we can disenchant it for 5 dust. Then we can spend that dust if we wanted to make more cards. So to make a card like this, which is a common card, which is the cheapest form of card, it would take 40 dust. So disenchanting cards and crafting cards is a really inefficient way to gain new cards. But we might end up disenchanting some of our really bad cards to make one good card to act as maybe a finisher in one of our decks, because right now, looking at this deck, we don't really have any kind of big moves. We just have some large minions, and we're hoping to win on value essentially. So let me look at what we've got here. We've got Flame Strike, we've got a board wipe. It's 7 mana, but I think we should probably put a Flame Strike in the deck. So because this is an expensive card, I'm looking at the more expensive cards in the deck right now. Maybe we should take out some of our cheaper cards. Well, here, I'm going to take out a Gurubashi Berserker and put in a Flame Strike. The Gurubashi Berserker, I remember being a decent card in this kind of free-to-play mode. Obviously, he's not that good in, once you have the rest of the cards. We also have a 4-mana 3/6 that freezes things. We've got lots of 3-cost cards, so I'm actually going to take out one of our Spider Tanks and put in a Frost Elemental. You can see right here is our curve. Generally you want to have, well, your curve can be whatever you want, but generally you don't want only expensive cards, right? Because you want some things to play on every turn essentially. I'm deciding if I want to put in another Water Elemental. Spider Tank's just kind of bad. It's just a 3-mana 3/4. But it is something we can play on turn 3. We've got lots of things to play on turn 3 actually. So if I took out Spider Tank, then I'd have equal amounts 2 and 3 cost cards. So maybe I could also take out a 2-cost card at that point, swap it for something a little better. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out Spider Tank and put in another Water Elemental. That's our curve right now. I kind of want to smooth it out a little bit, so I'm going to take out some 2-cost cards. Let's see. Probably the Crocolisks. They're not going to do anything too fancy. I'll throw in an Acidic Swamp Ooze to destroy weapons. And then probably a Loot Hoarder. Here, we'll sort by 2-cost so we can see. So Toxicologist is completely worthless for us as a mage because we don't have any weapons. This is what our curve looks like right now. We could actually probably take out, let's see. Do I have any cool 1-cost things that we could put in? Murloc Tidehunter isn't that bad because it's a 2-mana 3/2 split among 2 bodies. It's not that bad. But we're gonna take it out for probably, if we have a 6-cost thing, that would be nice to smooth out our curve, but it looks like we don't own any cards that cost 6, so that's fantastic. Probably gonna put in just a 1-cost then. There are 0 costs like this guy, but I rarely use them. Just because, like, even though they're 0 cost, you know, they're infinite value, they take up a slot in your deck. So, right now we're probably either going to put in the Voodoo Doctor to give us a bit more survivability, and we can heal our minions for that, or the Elven Archer, because that will let us, like, finish off some of the early minions. Or it could go face if we really needed to. I'm going to go for the Elven Archer. So this is what our curve looks like right now. It's not that bad. We added in a board wipe and some better minions. We also added in Swamp Ooze to tech for weapons. A tech card is essentially like a card that, like, it doesn't really belong in the deck, but you're putting it in there to protect against potential threats. So we might encounter someone with a really powerful weapon, and we'll be glad we have one Swamp Ooze to deal with that, you know, because if we don't have that, we don't have anything that can deal with a weapon. We just kind of have to, like, let it do its thing. You know, we could do Taunt, but, like, they're still getting value by killing our minions. Some people believe that you shouldn't put tech cards in your deck, like, ever, because, like, it's better to just have your deck do its thing faster. But because I think we're probably going to go in a bit of a control direction. So we have lots of ways to deal with things in the early game. Elven Archer, Shooting Star, Swamp Ooze, Red Gill Razorjaw, Cone of Cold, Ice Barrier, Mirror Entity. And then we start moving into the later game. We have Fireball as more control. And then we have some nice minions like Water Elemental. Ethereal Conjurer has great stats, plus we could discover any spell, even a spell we don't have in our collection, so we can use that to access some powerful spells that we don't have. Plus the Berserker is probably going to be, like, essentially a finisher. It gets pretty big, you know, with that +3 every time, so we might be able to swing for a lot of damage with that. In the event that we're not able to, like, deal with the enemy board, we have a Flame Strike in there just as a protective measure. At turn 7, we can wipe the enemy board, and hopefully, you know, we still have some minions out, so we'll be able to, like, go face while the enemies are still building up. I think this will work. Again, I'm not really good at, I'm not as good at deck building as I wish to be, so we're just gonna see how it goes. And we also get to pick a card back. I think they recently added this thing where you can, let's see. Oh, that's weird. It's not showing up now. I guess it's because this is like still a starter, like a tutorial account. They added this thing where you can buy card backs, which I think is really cool. But because historically, if you miss a card back, then you can't get it. But let's go with this one. I think we got this from BlizzCon in 2018. Okay, so our goal right now, do we have any packs? We have packs that we can't open yet. Our goal right now is to build up our collection a little bit. And I would go straight into single player mode, actually, but we do have a quest to complete a mode in practice. So we're gonna go into practice, and that's gonna be up here. And we'll choose our mage deck. And now we need to choose who we want to fight. Let me think about this. I do really like the Paladin class in this deck. I like summoning my minions and then buffing them a lot, which is what the Paladin does. Druid might be a nice one to play, just because it has, like, it just summons big minions. Priest has a lot of control. Hunter just goes face. And Warlock is just very powerful. It has a very powerful hero power. Yeah, I think we're actually going to go for the Warlock. We're going to try to play a bit of Warlock. Okay. So Arcane Anomaly is a great first minion because we drop it off on turn 1, and then on every subsequent turn we're playing spells and it's getting more health. That way we can trade with it. If it gets like 4 health, then we'll be able to like kill some enemy minions without worrying about it dying. So I'm gonna I'm gonna throw back the Shield Master. He's a little expensive. I want some more options. Nah, we got the Ethereal Conjurer, not that great. Yeah, so he starts with 3 cards, we start with 4 cards and the coin. Looks like he drew his card and didn't play anything. We drew Ice Barrier. We're going to throw out that Arcane Anomaly. Now, right now, I could play my coin to give him 1 health, but I'm gonna save the coin for later. I'll probably save it for turn 4 so I can coin in to the Ethereal Conjurer. And there's another Ethereal Conjurer. So let's just go face. So the Warlock has a really strong hero power, which is you pay 2 life and you get to draw a card. You also take 2 damage, but whatever. He Shadow Bolted our minion, which is unfortunate. We liked that guy, but he did 4 damage to a minion with 1 health, so we're probably fine with it. Okay, so we drew our Acidic Swamp Ooze. Now I know for a fact the Warlock doesn't have any weapons available to them, except for like Spheres of Scrying, but I doubt that the practice guy has one. So we could just play this as a 2-mana 3/2. We could do that anytime. We don't need to save this for a weapon now, because we're playing Warlock. I'm actually going to go for Mirror Entity, though. Mirror Entity is a secret, so it triggers when my opponent does something. There we go. So he played a minion, my Mirror Entity will trigger, and I'll get a copy. And he went face, so that means now I've got a Wolf Rider. Wolf Rider only has 1 health, so I'm going to kill his and throw out my Swamp Ooze. So the Swamp Ooze is going to, right there, try to destroy the weapon. Warlock doesn't have any, so doesn't do anything. That's fine, we still get a 3/2, so we're going to be dealing 3 damage every turn. Or you can spend a card to get rid of it, that's fine too. Okay, so right now he played a 2-mana 4/3, which is a really powerful play, but in exchange he had to discard a random card. I don't want to play my Ethereal Conjurer now because it'll just die to the 4 damage. So here's what I think we're going to do. Actually, we're just going to trade with the Wolf Rider. So let's throw out our Conjurer. Let's see what spells we have. So Ancient Mysteries will draw us another Mirror Entity if we want that. These are all pretty good. I'm actually going to go with Ancient Mysteries, just because I want to be able to take his minions so I can build up my own board. And then we'll trade there and pass. Couple Geomancer, okay. So let's get that Mirror Entity. Okay, so he has enough damage to kill my Conjurer. I'm probably gonna do this and kill the Geomancer. So now he's 2 damage short, he won't be able to kill my Conjurer, and he's missing the spell damage, so he won't, if I had killed the Crocolisk instead, he might have still had a spell that could close out the damage. Oh, and now I've got Taunt, which is nice. Okay, he decides to finish off my Taunter. That's pretty good. So we'll kill that, and now we can go face with our Conjurer. He's only got 10 health, we're getting him down on the ropes. Okay, let's kill that. So again, he's 2 damage short of killing our Conjurer. And we're actually going to use the coin now, so we get 1 more mana crystal. And we're going to spend that on our Water Elemental. So now even if he does kill our Conjurer, we still have a nice character to deal with it. This Dark Scale Healer is kind of annoying. Let's throw out another Conjurer. We're kind of running out of cards. You know, these cards aren't super impactful, so I'm going to take Cabala's Tome to try to refill our hand. Oh, but it doesn't matter. We have enough to kill him. There we go. And we leveled up. So we have unlocked the Warlock now, and we get that quest done with no reward, it seems. Play 2 games in practice. Okay, cool. That's weird that we didn't get our Master Summoner progress, because we did summon some minions. I guess this only triggers in online games. Okay, did we get any packs? Yeah, we did. Oh, cool. So we got a free minion for getting a Dark Moon Fair pack. So this guy lets us rotate the board, which means we might be able to steal some enemy minions. Okay. A 4 mana 5/7 is good stats, but it hurts us. A 4 mana 3/5 with taunt that gains us armor is actually really good. Grimoire of Sacrifice. We destroy one of our minions to deal 2. It only costs 1. That could be good. Warlock has lots of cards that are like death rattles, you know? So, you know, we could throw out like an egg and then destroy it, and the egg hatches into something, and we get to deal 2 damage. Equip a random weapon from your deck. That's kind of funny. I think we might do that in a warrior deck. And at the start of your turn, give all minions in your hand +1/+1. So that's pretty good. That'd be pretty good in a Hunter deck, because Hunter has lots of minions that can attack as soon as they come out, so they'll be stronger now. We can discover a secret. That's a good card. That's a decent card. Your hero power costs 1 less. That's interesting, because so the Demon Hunter has a special hero power that only costs 1. So if it costs 1 less, then that means we get a free hero power. Or if we put it in the Hunter deck, now the Hunter's hero power only costs 1. This can go in either Hunter decks or Demon Hunter decks. Backfire is good. 3 mana to draw 3 cards is really good, even if we're taking 3 damage. And then here we have an interesting card. So this card buffs our Silverhand Recruits. Now, Silverhand Recruit isn't a type on a card like Fire or Murloc or Pirate, but we can summon lots of Silverhand Recruits as a Paladin. That's what our hero power does. And there are lots of cards that like summon just a bunch of them. So now let's go back in. Let's take a look at that Warlock deck. And let's clear off our new cards. So taking a look at that Warlock deck. So it looks like it's kind of like a token deck. We try to summon a bunch of minions, and then we can buff them. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do with this. We don't have lots of Warlock cards yet. What's our curve like? We have lots of 1-cost cards, so it's probably like an aggressive deck that you use Stormwind Champion as the finisher and to buff all your creatures. God, Lucari Fellhound makes me sad. I don't like discarding my cards. Okay, so we're gonna take out a spider tank for backfire. Probably take out our Sky Talons for Mortal Coils. Mortal Coils, I think, are very good. Dealing 3... So, Hellfire is really nice. 4 mana, deal 3 damage to all characters. Will often wipe the board, but because this deck is very minion-focused, we don't really want to wipe our own board. Maybe a Grimoire of Sacrifice. I'm not really used to a curve like this, so I'm kind of just trying to maintain it. I think Mancrick would be really nice. Yeah, let's take out another Spider Tank for this. So Spider Tank is a 3 mana 3/4. This is a 3 mana 3/4, but it also has this Battle Cry. So this is just better. It's not a mech, so if you're doing mech strategies, then maybe we'd want to use that, but Mancrick is just as good. I do like this theme of characters of minions with lots of health, so they can survive long enough to get the buffs. So I'm a little hesitant to take out the Crocodilus because he's on, he helps fulfill that niche. We're gonna take one Crocodilus out for Swamp Ooze, and another one out. We're actually gonna put in Tidehunter. Hopefully this guy will synergize well with our wide buffs, because he summons 2 creatures, so both of them will get the buffs. And the reason I'm putting in Swamp Ooze is actually I think we're going to go for the Warrior next, and the Warrior does have weapons. What kind of forecasts do we have? Not very good ones. Do I want to put in Silas? Am I supposed to steal a big minion like that? No, I think I'm fine for now. Let's use our Call of the Void. Okay, so we've got our Warlock deck. We're gonna try to get Warrior. Yeah. And I know, for this series we want to be playing online matches so we can see, how far we get. But, part of the series is also seeing what kind of rewards we get. And right now our quest wants us to do offline stuff, so, is it really fair to look at what rewards we're getting if we're not doing our quests, So this is kind of a bad hand. We have a big expensive minion. Oh, okay, good. So he plays this. We're gonna Mortal Coil that. So we deal 1 damage, killed it, so we draw a card. We drew Backfire, so we can draw even more cards if we want to. I'm actually gonna do Fiendish Circle though. So I've got a bunch of 1/1s, and then next turn I can do Raid Leader. Do I want to read later now? I'm actually going to get rid of this thing. Oh, they changed it. Okay, so this will give minions rush, which lets her, deal with our minions. We don't want that. We're just going to build up the board. So we've got 6 minions on the board. You're allowed to have 7, so our 7th is going to be the raid leader. And he's going to go face, or... Okay, kills our strongest minion. Warrior attacks a lot. Almost as much as, like, Demon Hunter. But here we go. Oh, perfect. So we'll do our raid leader. And then we're going to do Direwolf Alpha. So we have lots of buff on the board. We've already got him down to half health. So the Warrior's Hero Power lets him gain armor, which is kind of like extra health. It goes over the normal limit for health. I see. So the first thing we want to do is draw some cards. And that's not quite enough to win. Even if we killed the enemy minion, we'd only have 17 damage and he has 18 health. Let's draw one more card. So we're going to trade there. 6, 7. Yeah, it's still not enough. Oh well. So this is the theme of the Warlock. You know, we take lots of damage from playing our own cards, but it's very effective. You know, we've taken 8 damage in exchange for doing almost 30 damage, and we win. So, you know, I'm sure this segment of the show isn't very interesting. We're just beating, you know, these starter decks. I'm going to go through each of these decks as we get them and try to, like, upgrade them a little bit, just so that way... They keep trying to put Spider Jank in the decks. Just so we have, like, some you know, decks that aren't just the starter decks once we go into it. I want to put Selfless Sidekick in the deck, even though we only have one weapon right now. Yeah. I'm going to take out Champion for that. I'm actually also going to put in Silas. So Silas isn't as powerful as the Stormwind Champion. You know, he has 6 stats lower, and he doesn't give the Lord ability. But he'll let us steal an enemy minion if the enemy, you know, ends up doing that. And Selfless Sidekick, you know, she has 2 stats less, and she doesn't have the Lord effect, but she does let us deal 3 damage right away. So, you know, I'm just kind of putting it in there because this is our first deck with weapons in it. That's good, that's good, that's decent. Do we have a better forecast? I'm actually going to put in a Dark Spear Berserker. I know it deals 5 damage to us, but hopefully our armor keeps us alive long enough for that to not really matter. And then I'm also going to put in Gruntled Patron. So Gruntled Patron has Frenzy, which is an ability that triggers after the first time it survives damage. So we can trade with an enemy minion and get another one, which has the new ability. Now we have some ways to deal damage to it, you know, Cruel Taskmaster, Slam, Whirlwind. These are all ways to trigger our own cards like that. That's a lot of Warrior's identity, is taking damage, you know, in exchange for something, right? I'm actually going to swap our Sky Talons with Elven Archers, just because it has 1 less damage, you know? Or technically this is a 1/1/1 that deals an extra 1 damage, so it's kind of like a 1/2/1. This one deals the 2 damage right away, this one deals 1 damage, and then 1 damage later. But I do like the Elven Archer for this style because we can use it if we need to hit our own minions and trigger their abilities. We don't actually... well, actually, I'm going to keep them in there just for the Gruntled Patron, just because I love that card. But thinking about it, we don't have a lot of those cards yet. We have Gurubashi Berserker and the Patron, and that's it. But that's still 3 cards that, trigger, and they're pretty good cards. They get pretty big. And we're going to swap River Crocolisk for Mad Bomber, get some triggers off that. Maybe swap Direwolf Alpha for Loot Hoarder. Or even Toxicologist. Not Toxicologist. We only have a handful of those cards. Of weapon cards, I mean. I think Direwolf Alpha is like good enough value that we can have it. Bloodsail Raider, on the other hand, we only have 2 weapons, so I'm not super sold on that. She's a 2/3 though, with an upside. I'm gonna swap those for Flesh-Eating Ghouls. It smooths out our curve a little bit, and I feel like this is gonna be a more powerful ability. Oh man, I want to put in Mankirk though. Mankirk is just good. Okay, we'll take out one of our Flesh-Eating Ghouls for Mankirk. Okay, cool. And I know if I got okay, we're just gonna go. Who should we fight now? I'm gonna go for Priest. I was thinking Hunter because we opened that Hunter card, but I kind of want like the really slow control deck of a Priest. And looks like we've got Mankirk, which is great. Mankrik, sorry. I could probably throw that back. Let's keep that. There's a Fiery War Axe. I wonder if they respond. No. Damn. Okay, so we have a cool opportunity here. Let's really hope our Mad Bomber kills the Raptor. Ah. Damn, that sucks. I don't want to put out my commander yet because it'll just get killed by the Raptor. I'm gonna drop Mankrik. So he shuffles this card into our deck, which summons a 3/7 that attacks right away. We're actually gonna get rid of the Raptor and then go face. We have to be careful, we're taking a lot of damage. Okay, that's not gonna hit anything. Let's do this, and we'll use Taskmaster on our Mankrik. Give him some extra attack. He gets Rush. And we'll save our weapon for later. Okay, cool. Let's throw this guy out. He's gonna get Rush. So he gets that big buff. We'll finish the rest of him and then go face. Okay, we've got the Priest down to half health. We're actually gonna do this. Our berserkers are getting pretty strong. We can swing for a lot of damage right here. Yeah, I think we win. So we've got 5 mana to clear our board, or we win. Yeah, cool. Really easy, it's just a tutorial. Let's actually see what this guy does. I was hoping he would hit our berserkers a few times. Oh. Okay, so we've got Priest now. Priest is a slow control class. And there we got that quest done. What's our new quest? Play 1 game in play mode. Okay, so now the game is telling us to go do play mode. Let's pimp out our Priest deck and see if it's something we want to keep. So we're gonna swap for that, try to steal some minions in the late game. I'm actually gonna swap our Stormwind champion for a Storm Watcher. I don't think we're gonna have enough minions to get a lot of value out of the champion, and Storm Watcher can hopefully get buffed by Power Infusion to do a lot of damage. What kind of 4-cost minions do we have? Yeah, we're gonna put in a Dark Spear Berserker just because we can heal the damage that it deals to us. I wish I had more buffs. A lot of the Priest minions get really good with buffs. What kind of 3-drops do we have? Do we have room for main brick? I don't think so. Ironbeak Owl is a classic, by the way, and let's just get rid of all the buffs on him and get rid of its abilities. I'm gonna put in 1 Ironbeak Owl. A better 2-drop. I am actually going to put in the Mad Bomber again, just because we'll be able to heal damage that goes our way. And we'll tech 1 Swamp Ooze in case we run into a weapon. And we'll use our Call of the Light. Okay, so as per our quest, we're going to go into play mode, so we're going to fight our first real opponent. Hopefully we don't get clobbered too bad. We're at rank 40, so, you know, the idea is these people are also going to be new to the game. We both have bad cards, so hopefully they didn't just buy the game and then buy a bunch of, you know, card packs and stuff. It's kind of a bad opening hand. So we're going to keep Holy Nova, try to wipe the board on turn 4, just because we can't guarantee that we're going to have any early plays. There's Mad Bomber as an early play. Generally, if I have like medium costed control and then high costing cards, I throw away the high costing cards and keep the medium control, hoping that I'm going to draw low costing cards. I could throw away the control to hope for, you know, 1 more chance at drawing that low costing card, but I think I'm better off just, you know, if I don't get good cards on the mulligan, I have some control to like try to come back a little bit. Speaking of control, we got Holy Smite, which lets us deal with one of the early minions. Hello? This guy. So in online matches, there is a timer. The timer gets longer every turn. So on turn 10, you'll have a lot of time to play all your big, your big turn. But on turn 1, you have not a lot of time to do that. So he's gonna play Enchanted Raven and coin in another one. Okay. I'm thinking Mad Bomber, and we hope we kill one of those. Nice. Cool. That was really lucky for us. It didn't hit us, and it killed one of his things. So if he wanted to, he could trade that Raven into our 3/2. If not, we can kill the 3/2 with Holy Smite. Coming up on turn 4, we've got some control if we need it. Oh, he's gonna buff. No, he's not. He's summoning a Panther. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of his minion right now. We're even on card advantage. Priest is a slower play, so I'm kind of just trying to drag this into the late game where I can play, Power Infusion, Stormwatcher, Berserker, cards like that. The reason I played the Murloc instead of Holy Smite, both of them deal 3 damage to the minion, but the Murloc costs 2 and Holy Smite costs 1, so I'd rather save the better card. I could have Holy Smited the Panther and then just had the Murloc out as a minion, but he probably would have just traded with it with his hero power. Okay, so there's nothing is for us to control here. The board is empty. Holy Nova is not worth playing right now, so instead we're going to play our Yeti. Now we've got a 4/5 on the board, which is decent. We could have played our 4/4 and Psychic Conjurer. That might have been better. But c'est la vie. And let's see, is he gonna do anything? Yeah. That's a little problematic. Let's do our Psychic Conjurer to draw a card. Not useful. Okay, so we're probably gonna do that and then heal the Yeti. I'm trying to plan sorry, I'm trying to plan our next turn right now. Probably want to throw out our Berserker, just because it's going to be a threat if he can't just kill it. Yeah, there's one. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I could actually trade this guy in here, make it a 5 attack minion, and then play Shadow Word Death. That gives us 4 mana left, so we're probably just going to play our Light Spawn. Or we could do Crocolisk and heal. Nah. There we go. So we've still got 8 damage on the board, and we killed his Berserker. We're running out of control in our hand, though. We've only got Holy Nova, so If he plays a bunch of minions right now, we'll be perfect. We'll be able to kill them all. But if he plays one big minion like he did last turn, then we're gonna be in trouble. We're probably just gonna play our minions to try to, like, you know, fight for control of the board there. Thank you. This is our first match versus a player on this account, so I'm hoping we win, you know. But we've essentially just got a starter deck with a few changes. This guy's taking a sweet time with his turn. I can tell this guy's probably new to the game. He's got only common cards. This is probably the Druid starter deck. He's staying forever on his turn. He's about to lose it. If he skips his turn, we pretty much win. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna dump out our minions, go face, pass. And so one of the cool things is if you let your turn timer run all the way out, then your next turn will start at the rope. If he does anything, then it'll, like, give him his full turn back. But if he continues to not do anything, it'll treat him as AFK. And looks like he left. Alright, we leveled up our priest. And we earned some experience on the rewards track. I'll explain how the rewards track works in a second. And we unlocked the Druid Hero. That's weird that it's only showing one card. It looks like it should be showing more than one. Wildfire is a really cool card because it's 2 mana, do nothing for now, you know? Or, let me see. It's 2 mana, and it doesn't do anything right away. But for the rest of the game, your hero power is 2 mana, deal 2 instead of 2 mana, deal 1. So that's pretty good. Play 2 games and play mad. Okay, cool. Oh, so that was the random 1 card that we got. Gotcha. We also got an achievement, Ladder Grinder, win a game in ranked. That gives us 20 achievement points. They don't do anything yet. So this is how the rewards track works. So you earn rewards by your reward points by completing quests. We don't have any quests that give us points right now because we're in tutorial mode. You also earn reward points, or sorry, reward XP by just playing the game. Whenever you level up, you get the reward there on the track. So once we hit level 2, we'll get this 50 gold. At level 3, we'll get a pack. At level 4, we'll get these minions, which are pretty good minions actually. At level 5 we get another pack, and so on and so forth. At the very end of it, at level 100, you start getting lots of gold. At the very end of it, you unlock a new portrait for a hero. It's just a little cosmetic thing, and then you can keep earning gold after that. On the top of the track, you'll notice there are these infrequent rewards that are only available on the top. So like these exclusive hero skins, or like this exclusive card back, or this exclusive, golden card, or this experience bonus. All of that is tied to the Tavern Pass. Now, the Tavern Pass costs $20, and there's no way to get it with gold, so we aren't going to be doing that on this account. So we don't have to worry about the top track. The top track gives you a couple cards, like Vol'jin and Samuro, but we can get those cards just by playing, just not the fancy version like this. And we do get the normal rewards underneath the track, so... we've still got opportunities to earn things. Wildman update. That's sudden. I guess a card got banned in Wild. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. So we got I guess we got some Skullamente packs, and that gave us Transfer Student, which is a cool card. It's a 2-mana 2/2, which is bad stats, but it comes with a special ability that changes every time you know, depending on what board you're on. You know how when you launch the game, or when you go into a game, there's different things going on the corners of the board. So if you go to like the desert one, it'll have the ability to come back to life after it dies one time. So it's a cute card. It got played a little bit when it first came out, just because like a 2-mana 2/2 with an upside is good, you know. Death Head Cultist. That's a cool card. So 3-mana 2/4 with taunt, so it's a little bit worse than our Shield Master, which is a 3/3/4 for taunt, but it restores 4 health to us, so that's good. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. So this costs 1 more than the Fiery War Axe, but it has 1 more durability, plus it lets us draw some cards. Apothecary's Caravan is pretty cool, so we put it out, and then next turn and every turn afterwards we'll get 1-cost minions. We might put that in our Warlock deck if we end up with lots of 1-cost minions. And this doesn't seem super great, but oh. Friend, 2-mana 2/3 is good. It's better than River Crocodilus because it's 2-mana 2/3 with an upside. And looks like we get a random spell. So definitely anytime we have River Crocodilus in our starting decks, we're going to swap it for cards like this. 3-mana 3/4. If it survives, it gets Divine Shield, which helps it survive the next time. A 4/1/2 with Poisonous. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's a 4-mana weapon. We can hit twice, and it will kill anything it hits. So that's really nice. An epic. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Altar of Fire. We can destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. We've gotten a few of these burn ourselves out deck cards. We got this one plus the one that deals 5 damage to everything, and then mills a card for each one we destroyed. If we can get the payoff, Niru Fireblade, we might end up making that kind of deck. And then a nice little buff for Rogue. Cage Match Custodian is really nice. Lets us draw our powerful weapons on curve. A 4-mana 2/5 with Taunt that equips a 3/2 is pretty good. 4-mana 3/5 with Wind Fury, not that bad. Probably better than the Yeti. 3-mana 2/4 that gives us the ability to buff our creatures. Maybe. It's symmetrical, so it's not that good because the opponent can buff their best creatures. But maybe we'll put it in like a mage deck where we want to play lots of spells. And then this one lets us summon a random minion. We could put that in our priest deck, I think. I'm not sure if we have enough expensive cards to trigger the Corrupt, but we can go for it. This is a really fun card. I love the Demon Tribe in this game, so if we can get lots of demons, we might end up making like a Demon Tribal deck. Minefield is good. If we can get more of our Pain minions. Some secret cards. Maybe we'll make Secret Runner. Elemental card. I used to really like elementals. I don't feel like they're that strong anymore. Lightning Bloom, really nice. Okay, so Lightning Bloom gives us, it's 2 coins in 1. It overloads us, but generally we can get out something that's really cool, such that we don't mind the overload. Marrow Slicer is decent card if we go for the Soul Fragment. Combustion. Combustion's nice. 3 mana, deal 4. If we hit something small, we can end up dealing more damage. So if we target a 1 health minion with this, we'll end up doing, 3 damage on both sides of it. So a total of 7 damage for 3 mana. Draw an Outcast card from our deck. Okay. And Brittlebone Destroyer, nice. So 4 mana, 3/3. That murders if we changed health this turn. So, in Priest and Warlock, in both of those classes, you can spend 2 mana to change your health. So it's a 6 mana 3/3 that destroys something. Pretty cool. And we got some more achievements. Okay. So let's look at that druid deck we got. Okay, so generally tries to go wide. It's got a couple changes. So we're gonna swap our Ascension Shieldmaster for Thick Hide Kodo. It's just better. Let's get rid of these new cards. Do we get any cool 1-cost cards? No. 2-cost cards. I know we got some cool 2-cost cards. We're gonna swap Crocolisk for Peon. Peon's just better. And honestly, we're gonna swap another Crocolisk with Transfer Student. We're hoping that the upside of the random upside is gonna be good enough to sacrifice the 1 health. Let's see. Death's Head Cultist has 2 less stats than the Shieldmaster, but it heals us. Yeah, let's make the swap. And let's try to put in Mancrick. Yeah. Jungle Panther seems fine to swap out. What do we have for 4 mana? Swap a Yeti for a Berserker. We don't really have a way to recover the health like we do in the other ones, but I'm hoping the big stats let us, are going to be valuable enough in this meta, Stormwind Champion, maybe we keep that because we have a few, we have some token generation. Yeah, let's just keep that. I'm not sure which back we could use. I'm going to make random our favorite, so just by default we'll get random card backs whenever they appear. And let's go in. Yeah, let's try out our new druid deck. We're probably just going to keep trying our new decks just because variety is fun. A mage, damn. We already have a mage deck, so not very helpful. Really expensive cards, damn. Let's just throw all that back, try to get some cheaper cards. I thought about keeping our Kodo, but okay, peon's not bad. Okay, so turn 2 peon, turn 3 Mancrick, turn 4 Berserker. Yeah. Thought about quinning in the peon, but that's not really necessary. So hopefully she doesn't have minions that can just one-shot our peon. So that way we get the card, but it's not really a big deal if she does. Okay, she's just gonna hero power and pass. There we go. I like playing Mancrick as soon as I can, just that way I'll get my Olgra card, you know, as soon as I can. Just because it's a free card, it casts when drawn, which means it will cast itself and then draw you another card. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I forgot to pass. Next turn we're probably gonna play Berserker unless... oh, jeez. I wish we had some taunt right now. See, I could deal 3 damage. I could actually kill it right now. Yeah. I don't really want this thing on the board. Do we coin in the Panther or landscaping? I'm gonna go with landscaping. They're vulnerable to like a board whip, but hopefully they survive the turn, and then I can do Soul of the Forest to, you know, reinforce them. Is she gonna play a 5-mana card, or is she gonna kill my Mancrick? Wow, that's a nice card. I'm gonna throw out my Berserker. Flowcaster. That's a really cool card. I wonder too. I wonder what they're gonna do. Let's see, they don't have enough damage showing to kill my Berserker, but they could easily, yeah, they're eyeing it. They're trying to figure out how to kill it. They could easily have some spell that lets them do it. Fireball. Yeah, Fireball. And then Hero Power to kill it, right? Yeah. Okay, that's unfortunate. And they trade our peon away. Throw out the Panther. Go face. So because I wild growthed this turn, next turn I'll be able to Chillwind Yeti Soul the Forest. A secret. I don't know what this could be. It's probably like Mirror Entity or Ice Barrier, one of the default ones. Let's try to kill this thing. Okay, that did it. Chillwind Yeti? Yeah, Mirror Entity. Okay, cool. And then we'll throw out Arcata. I'll be honest, guys, I'm not super confident that we'll be able to win this one. Ah, damn. Okay, so we're gonna get the 2-1. He's gonna steal our 3-5. Yeah, damn, that sucks. Like, what can save us right now? Not much. Definitely not that. See, if we have 10 health, they have 9 damage. We're theoretically fine. But you know, we could throw out some taunts next turn, but things are not looking good for us. She's probably got a spell to kill our minions. Freezing him. Okay. Yeah. The problem is, you know, we're gonna have 1 health right now, and next turn she can just Fire Blast us even if we clear the board or throw out a big taunt. Well, there's health gain, but we can't kill it, so not really. Yeah, I think this game is over. Oh well, it happens. Ah, we didn't level up. Oh. We did level up on our reward track though, so we get 50 gold, I think. Oh, we were so close to finishing that quest. Okay. Which of these decks hadn't we played? Okay, let's try our warrior deck. Hunter. So if we beat Hunter, we'll unlock Hunter. So this is gonna be. Hopefully we get this. So we could save our Elven Archer for the Patron. You know, we put in that little combo, but that's waiting until turn 5 to do that. I'd rather get the 1 damage now, and we'll be able to buff it with our Direwolf. And then on turn 3 we can trade if we need to. Okay. Let's play our Direwolf and trade. It's a shame we couldn't get the buff from our Ghoul, but I was hoping it was that, so he would see that and get buffed. It did deal 2 damage to him, but I think I'm okay with that. The Hunter doesn't have a lot of direct damage, so he'll have to trade his minion to do that. Let's put our Patron. Next turn we can do Warsong Outrider and Elven Archer. Is he gonna trade though? Yeah. And we'll actually damage our own minion to get a copy of him. Nice. It's using tracking, probably trying to draw like an answer for something like this. And did you find it? No. Okay. Explosive trap, yeah, nothing we can do about that. We get another one at least. And there we've got our War Axe. I'm not attacking with it. I want to save the damage for some enemy minions. Silenced our patron, that's kind of an issue, so now we're not going to get any more. And we draw our Outrider's Axe right now. No. Well. So we can trade pretty effectively here. We could do that there and then that there. I'm actually gonna... I think I'm just gonna go all face though. Hunter doesn't have any way to heal himself. He's only got 10 health, so I think he's gonna have to trade with us. He's gonna have to spend his turn killing our minions, so we might as well get some attacks out of those first. Yeah, there we go, just like I thought. So we can actually... We're gonna steal that minion. There we go. And Whirlwind. That'll kill the minion we just gave him, plus it'll buff our Berserker. We should have played Whirlwind first, because there wasn't any need to damage Silas. Well, actually no, there was a need to damage Silas, because if we had played Whirlwind first, our 3-1 would have died, and then we would have rotated and given him Silas a 4-4, which is... I'd rather have a 4-3 than give a 4-4, obviously. So we've got 12 damage right now. Destroy random minion. He got the nice one. Still got 7 damage. Can he kill Silas? Probably, yeah. What's he targeting? Wow, okay. So we win. There we go. And that should complete both of our quests. Level up, nice. Okay, cool. So at level 4 we unlock another card. I think for the first 10 levels, you unlock cards as you level up, and then for the next 10 levels after that, so 10 to 20, you unlock the golden versions of those cards. I might be wrong on that though. Okay, so another destroy your own deck card for Warlock. Okay. And then we got 150 gold, so we could go into the shop and buy a card pack. it's painful seeing all of these like things that we could buy that would be really good for us, but we can't. If we save up 2,000, we can buy the mini set, which comes with all of these cards. 2,000 though, that's a lot. It comes with all of these cards. Man. So like now's like the decision, do I want to spend the gold as I get it to get these packs, for 100 gold each, or do I want to save up and get, the bigger purchases like the Wailing Caverns mini set? I could also go into the arena. Not right now because we're still in apprenticeship, but later I could go into the arena. It costs 150 gold per arena run, and you get like, at least like 2 packs back, I think. So that's a little better. It's a more time consuming, but it is better rewards for us. So we'll think about that. If you guys want me to do more arena stuff, the way arena works is essentially it shows you 3 cards at random, you pick one, add it to your deck, and then it shows you 3 more, and you keep going until you have 30 cards as your deck, and then you fight other people with the same amounts. It's called drafting. I think I explained this on the last episode, but that's what arena is. You technically get more rewards by doing that, so it would be a good way of showing, like, here's how to optimize what kind of, the amount of cards you get. But it's more time consuming, Instead of just clicking buy pack, you have to go through this run of multiple games to, anywhere from 3 to 12 games to see what you get. Okay, so a 3-mana 4/3 is on stats, and it buffs our weapon. We might run that in Rogue or Warrior, or maybe Shaman. 2-mana 2/3. So this is a Crocolisk, but it with an upside. It can deal 3 damage, so that's good. What we want to be looking for are 2 kinds of cards. We want to be looking for cards that are strictly better than the ones we have. So, for example, a 2/2/3 is better than a 2/2/3 with Frenzy deal damage is better than a 2/2/3 without Frenzy deal damage, right? This is literally just better than the River Crocolisk. So now we will never use one of those River Crocolisks. That will always be swapped for Oasis Thrasher. And honestly, we're probably also always going to swap River Crocolisk, the other one, for our Peon, So that's what we're looking to mainly do, is we have this basic deck and we want to do good trades, Sometimes they're not exactly strictly better, like how we put in that one that's a little bit smaller than the Shield Master but heals us, So sometimes it's not strictly better, but it's like better enough. That's the first genre of cards that we want to be looking for, cards that are just upgrades to our existing deck. The second group of cards we want to be looking for are deck-defining cards, right? So we want cards that are, that enable us to play a certain way. So we were getting a lot of these delete Warlock cards, which are the ones where you just destroy your own deck. We're getting a lot of those, so we could play a deck like that. Unfortunately, we don't have a payoff for doing that, We have we can very effectively destroy our own deck right now with all the cards we've been getting, but there's no point to doing it except for like that one card we got that costs 1 if we have 10 or less cards in our deck. What we really want is like some big payoff for destroying our deck, In Wild, we could do Mechathune, or in Standard, we could do Niru Fireblade, or Flameblade, or whatever he's called. We don't have those payoffs yet, so we can't really do those archetypes yet. So we're looking for upgrades to our deck, and deck archetype enablers. And then we're also looking for just really strong value cards. Maybe we'll craft a card or 2 that is going to be good in every deck, like a legendary, card that like goes, that's in Evergreen, so we'll be able to use it forever and put it in all of our decks. Back in the day, that would be like Leroy Jenkins, but I think he's no longer in the Evergreen set. But that's essentially just, an upgrade card, right? Except it's just versatile because it can upgrade any of our cards, essentially. I'm rambling a little bit, but we want upgrade cards that will upgrade our deck, and archetype cards that will enable us to play a certain way. And that pack had a lot of good upgrade cards. Okay, Showstopper is an interesting card. It's a 2-mana 3/2, which is good for stats. It's a raptor, right? But with an upside, or not necessarily an upside, because it silences our minions too. But we might put this in a token deck or something. I don't know, a deck with not a lot of buffs on our side. Day at the Fair summons a bunch of Silverhand Recruits. We got the Balloon Merchant earlier that combos with this. If we get enough Silverhand Recruit cards, we might make a Silverhand Recruit deck. Rock Rager is just bad. All the Ragers are bad. They're designed to show you what bad cards are. They're kind of a joke. A 2-mana with Taunt isn't horrible, and it deals 5 damage to whatever attacks it, but the mage can kill it with the hero power. There are lots of ways to deal 1 damage to things, and you don't end up getting a lot of value out of it. I think I'd rather just run a Noyotron as a 2-mana taunter. Stage Dive could be good if we get some good rush minions that we want to tutor. Open the Cages is a decent card. Commencement is a really fun card, so we might end up doing a sort of recruit warrior or paladin where we just summon a huge minion from our deck for 7 and then also buff it. Intrepid Initiate is a really nice 1-cost. A 1/1/2 is on stats, I think, nowadays. But then it becomes bigger if we can follow up with a spell. Combustion is nice. Reaper Scythe is nice. Lets us, deal 12 damage optimally. And then Mana Feeder Panthera we might put in a Hunter deck where we're hero powering lots of turns. There we go. We got an achievement. A few achievements. Okay, and then play 2 games in any mode. So we could do. Oh, we get a legendary menu from that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play 2 more games in practice mode to try to unlock some more characters. Oh damn, we didn't even customize our Hunter deck yet. Hold on. I want to see what happens when we let the computer help us make a deck. Core Hunter. Okay, so this is your standard Hunter deck. We're missing lots of cards from this. So we're gonna have the computer help us replace some cards. Do we have enough minions for that? Yeah, we'll open the cages. And this is kind of removal, so it's equivalent to that. Discover a copy of a beast in your deck. We can't really do that, so we'll just do... These are the replacements for that. Okay. Those are better, I guess. Direwolf Alpha and Transfer Student. And Transfer Student and Infiltrator and Necromancer And champion. And champion again. And Stormwatcher. This seems like a bad deck. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Core Hunter. And let's try to get the Paladin. Okay, we got some nice cards. Discover a new hero power. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, let's keep these. Okay, nothing on his end. Play a minion. I like playing minions over, like, just burn, just because minions can keep going. I could throw down Explosive Trap now, but I'm worried it'll just kill this recruit. I want to wait until he has a bigger board for that. Let's play our Transfer Student. Let's see if we can get a cool card. Let's go with Shapeshift. Let's control the board a little bit. We've got more damage on the board right now. This is the power of the normal practice AI. Yeah, we'll kill that. Clear the board some more. We've still got our 3 damage, and he's got nothing. Grim Necromancer. Keep that board clear. Consecration would have been disastrous right there if he wiped our board. Okay. Divine Shield. Okay. Let's break the Divine Shield and then kill him with an Arcane Shot. And let's actually change our hero power out. Screw it. We could start summoning Silverhand Recruits. That would be funny. I actually want to draw some more cards though, so we'll take that. It would have been cool if we got the Demon Hunter hero power, because then we could do that with our 1 mana. Do you have a way to kill that? Generally, I don't like doing this, you know, dealing damage to minions without killing them. Oh, that's perfect. We have 12 damage right now. And we win. Perfect. And we've got our Paladin. Nice. Okay, so we'll play one more. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to delete all our decks. And right now we're gonna make a paladin deck just so we can do our next match. But then once we get our rewards from this quest, I want to see if we can like go through with the computer for each class and like see what it recommends. Fan mode. Oh, I forgot to turn off my fan. I'm so sorry. Damn, I've had that on the whole time. We don't have any cards for this deck. That's amazing. For this one, we at least have a few. Okay, I guess we'll just do core deck. Okay. So I'm curious what it recommends. Okay, it recommends swapping Pursuit of Justice for either Noble Sacrifice or Day at the Fair. Let's do Day at the Fair and Commencement. A 7-mana spell for a 2-mana spell? I'm not so sure about that one. Let's see, what can we summon? Commencement does not seem good for this deck. I mean, we could summon some 1-mana minions that already have those keywords. Literally the best thing we could summon is Direwolf Alpha or, like, our Guardian of Kings, but then we miss out on his Battle Cry. Commencement, I think, is horrible for this deck. Let's do Noble Sacrifice. 3-mana change an enemy minion's attack to 1. It's recommending Spider Tank for the value. But I think we're actually going to go with Ironbeak Owl. Because the point of Aldor Peacekeeper is... Also, I'm surprised it's recommending Spider Tank, because Mancrack is just better. Yeah. We'll do Ironbeak Owl and another one. Equality, change the health of all minions to 1. We don't have a good way to match that. We don't have any, like, deal with all the minions at once, so we're gonna have to go for value instead. Yes, I know. I am replacing the cards. I mean, honestly, do I just put in Shield Masters? Let's see, it's 3 mana, so let's look at 3 mana. That'll preserve our curve. What's it recommend? I guess Noble Sacrifice is dealing with a minion, and Holy Light does, like, sap some of the minion's punch. Gonna put in Mancrack. I don't care what the builder says. And then do we have a better Spider Tank yet? No, just our Mancrack. We could put in a Raid Leader, right? That'll buff our Silverhand recruits. And then this, like, a powerful 5-cost play. We'll do the Tiger, and then our finisher is Stormwind Champion. Okay, there we go. Here's our core Paladin. And let's take down the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is, like, historically kind of a strong class just because of it's got, you know, lots of big flashy cards and a 1-cost hero power. I'm actually going to keep this hand. Hopefully we draw cards to subsidize these two. Like Consecrate. Because if we can draw cards that we're playing besides these ones, then I can play the Tiger and then Day at the Fair. We can actually play Consecration first now. Neutron, go. He's buffing himself up, but it's gonna prevent the damage anyways. Perfect. Okay. So now we can play Mancrick instead of our Day at the Fair. And Mancrick is a great 3-drop anyways. What's he doing? The Raptor. Okay, cool. We could actually wipe his board right now. Yeah, I'll do that. Normally I like to save Consecration for, you know, a bigger hit, but it triggers our Day at the Fair, and I'm worried that he's not going to have that many small minions. So, Day at the Fair. Lots of minions. On turn 7 we can buff them, and that'll be amazing. Let's attack, just in case he wipes us. Okay, cool. We'll trade there. Let's play a little proactively. We're just gonna like try to threaten him. He's probably gonna have to clear our board. He's probably gonna do hero power into our 3-1 and okay. Kill one of our boys, yeah. Okay, but now we can do our champion, and that is game. Cool. Okay, so we've unlocked the Demon Hunter, we've leveled up our Paladin, barely, and let's see what rewards we got. Ah, nice, Kazakus! So, this guy's really cool. So, he's a 4-mana card, but he can only, if he checks to make sure he's the only 4-mana card. So when you play him, he'll look in your deck. You can have other 4-mana cards in your deck, but you have to draw them before you play him. So generally you don't want to have any, just because if you draw him before the other 4-cost cards, then he's useless. But then he lets you build a custom golem, so you choose how much you want your golem to cost, what it does, and then it gets added to your hand. Very cool card. It's a reference to an earlier version of Kazakus that was printed in Gadget Zan, where you make a custom spell. So now you're making a custom creature. Very cool card. I'm glad we got him, so we can put him in pretty much all of our decks. Okay, and now we've unlocked the rest of our quests. So these quests don't give gold or packs or cards, they give reward XP to advance us on that track, and that gives us the the rewards. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, I didn't even read those. Let me go read those. Okay. So the way quests work is at the start of every week, we get 3 weekly quests, and the start of each day, we get 1 daily quest. So it's important to like do those quests. If you want to be like regularly playing this game, it's important to do at least one of those daily quests, a day, and all of your weekly quests by the end of the week, because at the end of the week, when it gives you new weekly quests, if you still have weekly quests in there, it'll block it, like side quests, they're not worth a lot of experience. Luckily, you're allowed to reroll 1 daily quest and 1 weekly quest per day. So we're going to reroll this one. Okay, there we go. Ah, that's an even worse one. That's only 900, but it's a little easier to acquire. So this is a really nice setup, actually, because if we play 3 games as Paladin, that will check off all of our quests. So we can actually, if we play 3 games of Paladin, we'll be able to get through all of our quests right now. All of our daily quests, at least. Regarding our weekly quests, playing a legendary card is going to be a little hard because we don't have lots of legendary cards, but we only need to do it 3 times, so not that bad. Win 5 games in ranked is going to probably take us a while. Playing 5 games just takes a while, and making sure we win those is going to be tougher. And then this one, win 5 games of Tavern Brawl, Arena, Battlegrounds, or Duels. Well, we can't do Duels or Arena, and I don't think there's a Tavern Brawl going on right now, so that just leaves Battlegrounds, and I don't really want to play Battlegrounds on stream right now, so we're really rolling that. Another Battlegrounds quest. Okay, that's fine. Next, tomorrow, starting tomorrow, we can re-roll that if we wanted to. I'm actually gonna... I was planning on stopping here, but I actually do want to get those quests out of the way. I was gonna say at least one of those daily quests, but they're all tied together. So we're gonna do our daily quests. That way we have room for another one tomorrow. Five, 4, 5 with Rush and draw a card is pretty nice. That's comparable to that 5, 5, 4 with Rush that we have. Another Kodo, that's nice. So we can fully replace Shield Masters in Druid now. Mark of the Spike Shell is pretty cool. If we can lean into our taunt, we'll be able to do a lot with that. Legendary, nice. Okay, a Demon Hunter legendary. Copy our left and right cards. Not too exciting. I don't play a lot of Demon Hunter, but yeah, I kind of wish this was for like Paladin or Warlock, you know, one of those legendaries, but we're glad to see it either way. If we decide we're not going to go down the route of Demon Hunter, we can always disenchant him for, I think, 400 dust. More Demon Hunter cards. 3 mana, 3/2 with Divine Shield is better than Raptor, and giving it Rush is nice, but we're running into, like, you know, our limit on, like, good 3-cost cards. Demon Tribal and Secret. Okay, cool. Wand Thief is really nice. Wave of Apathy is really good. We could put that in for Equality, because we don't have Equality yet. Fishy Flyer is really nice. 4 mana, deal 4. Wand Maker is nice. 2 mana, 2/2 is a little understated, but it gives us a spell. I don't think Powered Feast is that good. Okay. I'm gonna be doing this a lot, sorry, of like redoing my decks, just because I feel like I don't have a lot of these cards. You know, we're getting lots of cards, right? So we're gonna be swapping cards a lot. So these are core cards. They're all... Eventually we'll have them all. But we have to level up our Paladin. So we actually have to replace some of these cards right now. Let's replace an Equality for a Wave of Apathy. And another Equality for a Noble Sacrifice. Pursuit of Justice for Balloon Merchant. And Pursuit of Justice for Day at the Fair. Aldor Peacekeeper, probably for Ironbeak L. Now, unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we have 7 4-cost cards. So unfortunately, we can't put in that, we can't put in Kazakus, because we're never gonna be able to use his ability, which is really sad, but, let's see what he recommends. So at 5 mana, probably want to go for a Berserker, I think. Berserker or Tiger? Both pair well with our Blessing of Kings. What top minions do we have right now? We could just swap him for a Shield Master, and treat him as like a taunter. Berserker? Okay, yeah, we'll put in Berserker. And Tyrion Ford Ring, so our big finisher, probably still gonna go with Stormwind Champion. Stormwatcher would be really scary with Blessing of Kings thrown on him, but I'm hoping that like we're gonna maintain enough of a board that we'll be able to slam down Stormwind Champion as like a finishing move, because it'll just buff our board right away. Okay, so we need to play some ranked games, and we need to play games as Paladin. Okay, cool. So we're gonna play these 3 games as Paladin. Hopefully we win them, get us some progress on our weekly quest, and then we're probably gonna wrap up. Neotron is good. Let's do that. That's kind of bad. Iron Big L is pretty good. We'll be able to deal with any cool minions he brings out. Maybe coin in an Oiltron. Yeah. Now the question is, do we Silverhand recruit? Do we reinforce in expectation for a Warhorse Trainer next turn? Or do we just do Direwolf? Let's do Direwolf for the stats. Optimal right now is he plays some... no. I was gonna say if he plays some cool minion, we could silence it and then we'd be way ahead. Warhorse Trainer. We don't have any Silverhand recruits yet, but it's, you know, it's a 3/4. It's Spider Tank. So I think our goal is to get all of the core decks for these classes, or all the core decks, you know, just level up every class to level 10, and then, you know, we can start upgrading those. Hmm. Going face to like, oh jeez, what a powerful card. Unfortunately, dormant. So it's a 10/6 that deals 10 when it wakes up. We can't silence it right now because it's dormant. Jeez. Okay, we'll kill the 4 attack minion so we can't just kill our trainer. That thing's gonna wake up and it's gonna ruin our day. I think what we want to do is maybe we can bait it out with Noble Sacrifice. The problem is he can always trigger Noble Sacrifice with his Demon Claws. Okay, there's a cool minion we can silence. And here it comes. Yeah. So thankfully it's still asleep right now, so it can't just swing for 10 right away. But jeez. Blessing of Kings. If we had a taunt minion, that'd be nice. Here, we're gonna do this. So he's got lethal if he swings with the 10 wrong. If he swings with the 10/6 first, then our nobles. Nah, he's too smart for that. He's gonna use Noble Sacrifice on that. Yeah. Oh, he's actually trading. Okay, so we're still alive. I don't think we're gonna win. Yeah. Oh well. At least we got some XP. And we level up on the rewards track. That might give us a pack of cards. Yeah, let's check that out. Pack of cards. Maybe we'll get something good to put in our deck. No. No, these are pretty bad cards. This one's good for, a replacement on that warrior minion, and this is pretty good if we end up getting more of those pain minions, and obviously this is good if we get some more weapons. But the neutral cards are just kind of bad. Okay, game 2. Um, you guys still hear me? My game has just frozen. Oh, Hearthstone.exe is not responding. Perfect. Okay, we got a game crash. Nice. Wow. Thank you, Blizzard. I hope the stream is still up. I hope it's not a network issue. If we join fast enough, we might be able to get back into our game, but we're probably gonna miss our first turn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Jeez, did you see that name on that? That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. That's kind of a risky play. Yeah. Okay. Now we can do Blessing of Kings. Why is my text all messed up on some of my cards? Very strange. I feel like I'm in like a Hearthstone creepypasta. Like the game crashed and then all of the cards had the wrong name. I'm gonna play this for value. We could save it until way later to, you know, buff one of our own creatures, but, you know, one of our bigger creatures, but for now, that's fine. Okay, that's good. And good for us, nice. Okay, Stand Against Darkness. Gut Face. Okay, so next turn, we can do Warhorse Trainer, and that will essentially close out the game. Our only issue right now is if he plays Consecration. He's not playing Consecration. He's going for a lot of damage. Okay, cool. Let's see, I can trade... because I could do another Warhorse Trainer, so if I got rid of this guy, I'm losing 2 damage, but then I'm gaining 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it's enough to kill him, but... yeah, we're only 4 damage off though. You could Consecration right now. That would be pretty terrible. I think I'd still win though, because... oh, jeez. Okay, that's only 12 damage. We win. Nice. Yeah, you can't do anything, buddy. We'll just put him out of his misery. Wow, okay. So we're 1-1 with our core paladin deck right now. Nice. Nice. Cool. And that's nice too. Choose a minion, swap it with a random one that's understands. We can use it to disrupt our enemy's plans or to like suddenly ramp out a big minion. You know, swap a Silverhand recruit for a Stormwind champion. Cool. Is there room for it in our deck? Oh, Avenge is really nice. I didn't know we got that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna swap the Berserker for Vol'jin. And then, is there actually something I can swap for Mankrik? We don't need 2 Ls, I think. We're fine with 1, because it's a tech card. And we're gonna swap Noble Sacrifice for Revenge. So we're leaning more into like the trying to kill you aspect of the deck than the control. Hopefully our minions are strong enough that we can make favorable trades and, you know, control the board that way rather than relying on like spells. Okay, it's a mage, probably not gonna have a lot of minions. Turn 1 Righteous Protector, turn 2 Direwolf Alpha, turn 3 Coin Blessing of Kings. We're set up. I'm actually gonna Argent Squire. Argent Squire is just worse than Righteous Protector, but we don't really need the taunt right now. So like, if she kills it, you know, then maybe later she comes out with a strong card, and in that case we'd want your face. We want to keep the Divine Shield, so that way we'll have a chance to Blessing of Kings. Just probably gonna do that, which leaves us with a 1-1. Oh jeez. Okay. That's unfortunate. Try the coin. Okay. It's probably Mirror Entity, I'd say. Ice Bearer. Okay, cool. Nothing we can really do about Ice Bearer. It's just kind of like, you know, a 3-mana gain 8 armor, and it throws off our moves a little bit because we're expecting an actual secret. Blue Hoarder. Okay. Argent Protector on our wolf could be really good, but I don't want to play it right now because, you know, it'll just get the Divine Shield will just get Fire Blasted off. We can actually do double wolf right now. So we've got a really nice board right now. She can get through our Righteous Protector, but that's okay. Berserker, okay. She's learning what taunt is. Go Divine Shield so we can take down the Berserker. Go face, bring out a recruit. We've got 16 damage on the board. We have 16 damage on the board and then 4 in hand, so we have lethal. Not enough to play it next turn. Ah, never mind. Ah, man, so we do have lethal, or we did have lethal. No. Just gonna get rid of that minion and go face. Let's see, Flame Strike would be devastating right now. Although we'd still have our 7/6. Or 6/1, I mean. Yeah, so there's that Flame Strike. Not enough. We win. Cool. Cool. Level 4, and completing the quest should give us a ton of XP. We'll be at probably level 14 after this. There we go. There we go. Cool. So, whoa. Okay, yeah, we already know about that. We got him. Okay, cool. So we got another quest. This is one of our apprentice quests. Use your hero power a bunch of times. We could do that. It's giving us the reroll option. Okay, it actually worked. Yet another Battlegrounds quest, though, so thank you. Venomous Scorpids are really good, so 3 mana 1/3 is bad for stats, but poisonous, so you know we can use it to threaten the enemy board at any point in the game. Plus it replaces itself with a spell of our choice. And we got 2 of them. Nice. Another pack. A pair of peons. We could use those to replace Crocolisks in other decks. 50 gold. Hog Rancher. 3 mana 3/2. So it's, you know, technically it's good stats for, you know, because it's a 3 mana 5/3. It's technically 1 stat more than you should be getting, and 2 of the damage has rush. 3 of the stats have rush, you know. 3 mana 3/2 that deals 2 damage. We might find a home for that. Another pack of cards. And our epic. Ah, stop! Stop giving us. That's enough slices. We're getting a lot of delete cards. We can make the perfect delete deck. If only we had the payoff for it. And this is a really neat card. It's a 3/3/4, good stats, but it can't attack. But whenever our opponent plays a minion, it summons a 2/2. So, you know, it's got like pseudo taunt. You know, our opponent is gonna want to kill it. That's actually a really nice card. We might put that in some of our decks. Got some achievements. Oh, nice. We got the Corrupted Blood. You can only get this card back by fighting someone who also has the card back. It's a reference to the Corrupted Blood incident in WoW, where they accidentally introduced a plague simulation into WoW on accident. Okay, let's crack open those packs. Legendary. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. 6 mana, 3/7. So kind of bad stats, but discounts our nature spells. Okay. We'll have to take a look and see how many of our nature spells, how many of our spells are nature. That's good. These ranked spells are really nice because, so it starts off as deal 2 damage to a minion and a random adjacent one, but it upgrades at 5 mana and 10 mana. So that's nice. Knight of Anointment is really nice. So 1 mana, 1/1 is fine. You know, it's down a stat, but then it also draws us a card. And Frenzy, destroy a random enemy minion. Okay, this is what I've been. These are the kinds of cards that I'm excited for going into this, because this is a bad card. It doesn't see play in any decks right now, but it could still do some work in our decks. You know, I could see us putting this in like the mage deck, so it becomes an 8 mana 4/8 that destroys a random minion as a battle cry because we hit it with our hero power. So, or 4/7, but yeah. Reckless Apprentice is really cool. 4 mana 3/5 that deals 1 damage to all enemies. I don't know what adventurers do, so I'll have to look up what these guys do. I think this is new. I think it's from Wailing Caverns. Oasis Ally is nice. A 3 mana for a water elemental is cool. Rush and then deal. That could be interesting. Okay, cool cards. Okay, so today we unlocked a lot more of our classes. We unlocked our daily and weekly quests. We finished all of our daily quests today, in one fell swoop. So I think next time we're gonna fish these ones out. Try to unlock the rest of the classes, and I think we're gonna try to get one of those classes as far as we can get them on level 10, so that way we can have the full core deck. I'm excited to get to level 10 with any of the classes, especially Paladin, because at level 10, I'm pretty sure you get their legendary, like, archetypal minion, and I'm excited to get Tyrian Fordring for the Paladin. So, obviously, I'm a Paladin fan. I play a lot of Paladin in normal Hearthstone, and even in WoW, so I'm excited to level that class up and get those cards. But yeah, we might play some Battlegrounds if we end up getting another Battlegrounds quest tomorrow, but I'm going to re-roll that and try to get some normal quests. But yeah, so we're going to wrap up the stream right now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little trip through the free-to-play Hearthstone adventure. I've been enjoying it. I like the deck building. I'm going to try to get better at it, and we'll see where it takes us. But for now, that's it. Goodbye.